beer, hot dogs, and bear hunting. Don't get better than that.
No. So I'm here with Tim Madsen, you all know, the great bear hunter himself. And I'm here at his cabin in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, to get a bear. And before we start talking about specifics, I do want to say that a non-resident bear tag with the archery and the conservation stamp cost me $460. So I plan on getting a bear. So, Tim, what are my chances of actually getting a bear?
Well, can you hit a target at about 15 yards?
Depends on what I'm using.
I'd say you got about a 98% chance of shooting a bear.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
I like that. So I'm going to be using a crossbow because it's legal in archery season in Wyoming.
Because we're hunting out of stand.
And because we're hunting out of a stand,
A one-man stand.
a one-man stand with two people.
Two people.
No room. And it'd be hard enough to draw a bow back up in there, but I just don't have the confidence in my archery skill to make sure it's a clean kill with everything else going on up there. So I'm going to use Tim's awesome crossbow and take that bear. Now, you told me when I was here a couple months ago fishing, there was a monster bear there, and you said that you have seen them disappear before hunting season and then come back. So I guess that's what's happened now.
Yeah, there's a bear up there. And, you know, of course, we got camera up there and got pictures of the bear. There's been a bear up there this year that is maybe the biggest bear I've ever seen in these mountains. But he hasn't been here in about 11 days. And I've had that happen before with big males. Come September, they disappear. I think they go down lower because we're really high up here. We're 10,400 feet. I think they go down lower and get some berries this time of year because I've always had them show back up come, you know, late September, early October. So whether we're going to see him while Jordan's here to hunt or not remains to be seen. But there's several other bears that are worth shooting.
Well, that one, we were looking at footage. There's a smaller bear, but his coat is amazing. Just beautiful fur. So if nothing else, if we can get that.
Yep. He's the one that's been messing around with the cabin a lot. He comes over to this cabin and just wreaks havoc. You know, chews holes in my gas cans. And, yeah, tears my barbecue grill up.
So he might be a good candidate to go
He's got
anyways.
a beautiful coat. Beautiful coat. Like really thick, black, shiny, even. Beautiful coat.
Now it's interesting to watch the game cameras and see that they all kind of take turns coming in and feeding on bait. And there's a sow with two cubs that come in, and you know they all take turns coming in. They're never eating at the same time. So it's kind of a timing thing of.
In the past, I have seen bears eat at the bait at the same time together. I don't know if those are bears that are related or used to each other or what the deal is. Generally, you see what we're seeing now. There'll be 3-4 bears hanging around the bait, and one will go in and eat, and the others wait for it to leave. And then when it leaves, then another one sneaks in, and then everybody kind of waits their turn. But we're just looking at pictures, too. There's a lot that goes on that you don't see in pictures. I think that's what we're doing tonight, right? This evening, we're going to go up there and just kind of watch the action and get a feel for what's going on and what them bears look like visually and not just on pictures.
That's what I'm looking forward to, is bring the crossbow just in case. But tonight I'd love to just watch them and film them and see their behavior. So how many bears have you taken over the years?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to seriously think about it. I don't know, maybe 10,
10?
12?
So a good number of bears, so I'm counting on your experience. Anyways, we're just having a good time out here anyway. Started the day off right, like any day at the cabin, a breakfast of bacon and coffee. Nothing else, because if you have bacon, you don't need anything else. Bacon and coffee. Go move some lumber for a cabin that Tim's building. It's an amazing cabin, so maybe I can convince him to let me take some footage of that. It's pretty amazing that one guy can build a cabin like this with all the work that goes into it single-handedly. So that's pretty cool. But that's what I'm doing up here. And over the next few days, hopefully we'll have some good bear footage. And I'm counting on making that $460 count and getting that bear. One thing to think about for anybody that's squeamish about, you know, hunting in general or hunting bears or things like that, you have to keep in mind that population control is essential to keeping a healthy population. There's wildlife biologists who study the behavior, the population, and what's going on. And part of that $460 that I spent goes to paying those people to do those studies, to do the conservation. So hunters are really at the core of the financial side of conservation. We're the ones who pay for the conservation to happen, a lot of the research and everything. And the fact of the matter is even with this kind of hunting, you said the quota up here used to be 2, and then now it's gone up, and now this year we're looking at a quota of 8 or 10 bears. So the population is still going up, even regardless of the hunting.
Yeah,
So
the bear population here is booming. Here in Wyoming, a non-resident can just buy a tag over the counter. It's a little pricey, as Jordan was saying. And we operate off a quota basis. So the quota for this mountain range and this fall is 10 sows. So if we shoot a bear, we have a certain amount of time we have to turn it in by, and they check it out. And after 10 sows have been shot, they will close the season.
hopefully we'll get some good bear meat out of it. And
yeah, hopefully you'll be making a video showing people.
making a video. I'm gonna cook up a liver. I want to cook up a bear liver for you guys. So that'll be pretty neat. You ever eaten the bear liver before?
No, I've never eaten the liver.
So we'll try it out.
We eat the meat, you know.
Yeah, but a bear liver, we'll give it a shot. You ever eaten the heart?
I have. Yeah.
We'll give that a shot. So that's coming up. I was getting some drone footage over the hunting site, and big gusts of wind came, and I could not get my drone back. So my drone has crashed somewhere out over here. So we came out looking for the drone, trying to find it, and I got a visitor watching me through the woods. Let me see if I can zoom in on him there. There he is. He's not too concerned by our presence. Unfortunately, he's sitting probably somewhere around where my drone is at. And I know if I went up there, he'd probably run off, but I really don't want to mess up our hunting. So this is the bear we were talking about earlier. He comes earlier in the daytime, probably because he's a smaller male, and he's probably low on the hierarchy of getting food. So he probably comes earlier in the daytime when other bears aren't out here and tries to feed. But he's the one that's small, but has a beautiful, beautiful coat on him. And to be honest, the meat on younger animals is typically better. But he's less than 100 yards, maybe 80 yards from me right here through the woods, and he's just kind of hanging out, resting, just waiting for me to move on and get out of his way. There you are. He doesn't really care that we're here. So we've got the little bear, the daytime bear, in at the bait eating right now. And he's small, but boy, he's beautiful. There's Mama Bear. He could smell her coming. He's been pausing, eating. He's gonna leave because Mama's coming in.
Just kidding.